So they are making a lot of changes, and one of the ones like today I wanted to mention that I think it was a couple weeks ago. Maybe I talked about how there was supposed to be this new AI assistant. You have to turn it on, and it's going to help you answer questions and that kind of stuff. And we get a fair amount of messages, and we were not getting. I think I remember one. Hope seems to remember two. AI assisted help you with the answer bit. You really have to pay attention. Like you just don't need to get in some hurry because where it was sitting, I was like, what are they saying? Oh, that's not them.
Right.
That's a recommendation for me to reply back, which
And the information that
really wasn't.
it was suggesting was not really
it wasn't good.
applicable.
So like they said, it's an assistant. It's not gonna. Praise the Lord, it didn't automatically answer them. With that. But I was like, nope, click, I don't want you to say anything, and I just, answered it myself. So that one, maybe we'll see more of it later, but haven't really seen much in regards to that. But I was prepared to say that that I wasn't seeing any of the auto feedback, and if you remember, maybe I talked about this last week, that was supposed
A couple of weeks ago.
that was supposed to click on yesterday. So September the 3rd was supposed to be the first day. So I double checked it before we got on, and I was like, oh, nope, it's not working yet. So maybe it's just a matter of, slowly rolling out or whatever. And then I refreshed the page, just want to double check. And when I did, this big black box came up and it said, if you want to see automated feedback, click this button.
Yes, I want to see everything positive.
So I clicked on it. And when I did, it basically just said something like item was shipped promptly and received. And that's about it.
Yeah.
So anyway.
But it was a plus sign.
Well, in there's a list of feedbacks, yes, it was a positive, but when I looked up at our, feedback number, it didn't seem to change from when I'd looked at it before. So Hope seems to think that number up there is not actually real time.
Possibly, maybe not real time, or the number we were seeing before actually already included that, we just weren't seeing it.
I didn't think about that. So that's possible. So now, and that's not like a really easy thing to track either. So I'm gonna probably just maybe screenshot something and then check it later and screenshot again and see what kind of difference I'd see. But so I was gonna say that it wasn't working, but now I'm telling you it is working. So if you go back to your feedback and the page, click on the one that shows you all your feedback. Somewhere, if you're looking on a desktop, about midways in the right is the button that you
Over here on the right.
that you have to click on that will show you. Now, there's really no point because it's going to say the same thing over and over again unless
Unless there was an issue. So if it's not on time,
well, that's
with auto feedback,
that's
or was
something-
it auto positive feedback?
that's something totally different. So, and that is one of the things I think did I print it out, or maybe it's this one right here. Is it that one? No, it's this one. So, somewhat related is what they were referring to as just there's supposed to be a more flexible approach to managing fulfillment risk. So I'm not sure I completely 100% understand what they're saying, but what we noticed in the past, and when we first started off, it was a much bigger deal. Seemed to be a little less of a deal later, but like if you got a return, there were times when we felt like our store was just shut down.
It seemed that way to us.
Back in the day.
I didn't know if we were just being overly sensitive.
Well, it could be that, but I do think there was something to it, because, you're new and they don't know if you're going to handle this properly. They might actually have some funds, of yours that hasn't been transferred to you, and they might hang on to those. So what's supposed to happen now is that, eBay's claiming they're trying to make this a trusted marketplace for everybody involved. They monitor stuff. And so if something,
Yay for buyers.
if something is a red flag for them, there's usually some things that they would do, and it would kind of, put us on hold for a minute while they did a kind of like a manual check to see. So when they're doing these reviews, what they've done is now said, instead of how they used to operate was you're guilty until proven is innocent. Now it appears you're going to be innocent until proven guilty.
Oh.
And so
Apparently we live in America.
yeah, we'll see. So, like I said before, if there was a potential risk, restrictions would be placed on your account, and then once they manually reviewed them, however long that took, then they would take the restrictions off. But now, what's supposed to happen is you're going to get a chance to resolve whatever the issue is. Typically, what they're saying is that unless they notify you, there's nothing you need to do. But if they notify you and say, hey, you need to handle whatever, then you better handle it. Because if you don't, then that will open yourself up for them to put some stuff on hold until the matter is resolved. So it does sound like they're going to send you a note that says, hey, we need you to do X, Y, Z, whatever it is. Provide a tracking number, whatever.
So even if you've had a conversation with somebody at eBay, if you get an email saying you need to do something, you might better double check that.
Yeah, you better do it. And whatever it is, don't just blow it off.
Also, I would say one of the things that we were taught by several people on YouTube as far as when you need help from eBay, that to go to the Facebook group, that there used to be an eBay for sellers Facebook group. Now there's just an eBay Facebook group. But to go to the chat there, basically you kind of say, hey, I have a question, and then within an hour or so, sometimes it takes quite a while, somebody will message you back and they ask for you to verify your account. Well, we thought that was completely legit. Well, after learning that the best way to get help is to actually go to eBay, you go to...
Well, usually what you do is you go into your drafts, and if you just don't do anything, give it a second, bottom right-hand corner, it'll pop up
and say, do you need some help?
But I don't know, because I never really paid attention, or I haven't lately. You may be able to.
Pops up.
You may be able to click on it, but usually it pops up for me if I'm in drafts and I've sat there too long, because it's like, hey, got a problem?
Well, we did not realize a year ago that was a thing, and maybe it wasn't a thing a year ago. I don't know, but we've learned since that the best thing to do is to go to the eBay, not the eBay group on Facebook. Hello. Our dog says hi. But the official help is what is on eBay. And the people that are helping you on Facebook, apparently they can look at your stuff if you give them access to it, which is what you're doing when you verify or authorize. But that makes me really, really nervous. It made me nervous before, but it makes me really nervous now knowing that we got some information from that source with an issue we had several months ago. And then we went to eBay. And when we went to eBay, because we just happened to find that help option,
It's called book a call.
book a call. Well, what we found was that when you do request a call, it'll say it could be up to 30 minutes or something like that. We've gotten a call back in a minute or less.
Yeah, most people that say they
Mm-hmm.
are, when they use it, it takes about a minute.
Yeah. So I
pretty-
strongly encourage anybody who has an issue or a question to go to eBay. Do not go to the Facebook group and allow someone else to have access to your account. I feel like God just protected us and we didn't have any other issues.
Well, that we know of.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I would say this,
Maybe they're responsible for our low sales.
probably. But don't expect them to make you happy. So,
No, eBay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Be prepared for
A
them
lot of,
to,
well,
sorry.
yeah, we heard a story yesterday from Grams and Pops. I forget what the name of their channel is, but they were suspecting a scammer contacted eBay and wanted to know if they should cancel the order, and eBay was like, well, you really should just go ahead and fulfill the order. I just didn't feel like he didn't seem upset about it. He was okay with it.
Well, he has the mindset that, if it's a scammer, it's a scammer. I got eBay protection, If I have to take action, I'll get my money either way.
We want to do what's right. That's not fair.
She was upset that eBay would potentially refund both of us, both parties.
And essentially reward.
Reward the person who has just scammed everybody and not do anything about it. Either way, if you're suspecting something, you don't have any proof.
No.
So till it happens, you can't. So if you cancel it, that's on you. And their deal was, basically give them benefit of the doubt, see what happens.
Yeah.
So
And most of the time, we don't really get a heads up that it's a scam until we're already into it.
yeah,
They didn't, have heads up beforehand.
yeah.
But-
So we're dealing with clothes, and our stuff is a lot lower price items than theirs. So
Yeah.
it's a bigger deal for them than it is for us. But
Yeah, that was a camera that they were dealing with, so
about a $200
it was
camera.
more money, but they also had a lot more money in it as well.
Yeah.
So
So, but he was, he'll let us know if it's going to be.
yeah,
If that works out or not. But I would say, I would definitely do that, call
Uh-huh.
them instead of doing the Facebook thing, because we did it for quite a while, and I don't think we were getting proper advice, and, I think giving someone is such a random way to do it anyway, so hopefully.
yeah.
no
I don't
drama.
know. I don't understand how they have the ability to access accounts when they're not officially eBay. They're like outside.
I mean, I even told them in the chat, I was like, this is weird. And
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, right? I'm like, yeah, right, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Anyway.